Good morning, everyone. Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Thank you for joining me. Back in the Mourning book. I guess that's what grief is all about. You just keep getting to revisit things and revisit things. The death of my dad kicked off some grief around my son Cameron. So I think my dad was kind of like a preoccupation or a distraction. Because he was here needing 24/7 when Cameron passed in February. So I've been very, very busy, and now it's been 2 weeks since my dad passed, and a whole new world is flooding in. And that's okay. You know, that's okay. That is life. Life is, loss is part of life. And as long as I can come to the table with you, we've got this. So, enough from me. See you on the table. All right, good morning. Another piece in our Mourning book, gouache on a print of an image. I've used it before. I put clear gesso on her so that it would grab the paint. Beautiful focal point, fun background. I didn't think I was going to sand, but yeah, I did. I used gouache and acrylic and Lindy's spray. Very fun piece. Good morning. This is a focal point that I've used before. I've made a copy of it. It's from Juxtapose, I'm sure. And I'm going to paint her with some clear gesso so that I can further paint on her. So paint some clear gesso on her and let her dry. All right, today we're going to play with the gouache. This is a box of Arteza gouache, 60 colors. They don't come like this, they come all neatly arranged, but I'm a digger. I like to dig through and feel the different paints and decide which ones I'm going to use. So they are all mixed up in this box just the way I like them. I'm going to start off with some olive green. And this picture, of course, has the clear gesso on it, so it has a bite. Bring in lilac. Now you can blend out the gouache as if it were watercolor. but it dries like an acrylic, which means I can add color on the top and blend that out without fear of moving the paint that's underneath. So I'm bringing in some ochre, full strength, in some parts of those eyes. And then bringing in a damp paintbrush and blending that out. This is seaweed for the base of her hair. Bring the Stabilo in. Hit her eyebrows. All right, I've Stabiloed her. I haven't smudged it. Don't plan on smudging it. I'm going to let her dry, and then I'm going to cut her out. So I'm going to go in here to my palette and just scoop up what's left and smudge it on these pages. Bring in some Mod Podge and some underpants. Bring in my turquoise. My color palette is always pretty much the same, and there's nothing wrong with that. A little bit of water. My gift card. Let that dry. Bring in my ochre, add some water. And squish that around with your credit card and let it dry. Bringing in the magenta, watering that down. Bring in a sponge brush and a fun stencil. And add a little bit of noise to the background. I'm going to go in there with my Stabilo and pick up some of these lines from the underpants. I have vowed I wasn't going to sand this piece, so we'll see if we can stick to that commitment. I'm going to bring my credit card in and some white acrylic paint and make some markings with white. Don't very often do that. Bring in some Dilution's Fresh Lime. Just give it a little spritz here and there. Beautiful. And we will let that dry. I know I said I wasn't going to sand, but I am. Zip it up a little bit. Way too perfect for me. Our light's getting weird. This is the amazing focal point that I'm going to play with. This is the face that I painted with the gouache. This is a fun image out of a magazine. Now keep in mind that the dilutions will move if you put Mod Podge on the dilutions. So I am bringing my focal point on my workspace, putting the Mod Podge on that, and then I will glue it onto the page. Good morning. Oh, dark clock, you know it is. I'm going to go around my focal point with Stabilo and my letters. Beautiful piece. All right, I think she's done. She's gorgeous. Go create, go play, go have fun.